welcome to this quick chair yoga practice. Sitting on a chair, I'm sitting right on the edge of the chair. My sit bones are firmly and securely planted onto the edge of the chair, and that allows my knees to stack right over my ankles. My feet are parallel. Make sure they're not going out like this. See how the knees go out, everything comes out of alignment. Make sure that this is in place so that your low back can stay open. Place your palms on your thighs and move your low back into the space behind you, but move your upper back forward towards your heart. And when you do those two things, low back into the space behind you, lifting the upper back forward, you should feel a lengthening from pubis to sternum and a nice abdominal lift, and the navel naturally returns home. So we do those two actions rather than saying draw the navel to the spine. If you simply take the low back into the space behind you, really get those sit bones planted, pull the upper chest up as you pull the upper spine into the upper chest. You should feel something there. And just really let your feet drop into the earth. Observe your breath. Move into all nostril breathing as soon as you can. And then into ocean breath. If you know that breath, I won't teach it today. Otherwise, just stay with all nostril breathing if you can. And on an inhale, take the tailbone back a little bit more. Bring the pubic bone towards the chair. And then let the front body lengthen, lift that chest, lift the chin, the nose, the gaze, but don't lose any space in the back of the neck. And then again, moving from the tailbone, pull the tailbone under, move it forward, move the low back back, and now just the opposite of what I said earlier, we're going to open that upper back and let the chest move in. The one thing you don't do is let the shoulders drop forward. So keep the shoulders wide. Now let the chin and the nose come down. Really pull that front body into the back body and then back and forth. Inhaling, bring the back body forward, but let the tailbone and the pubic bone move back. And then let the pubic bone move up, tailbone move forward, front body in, chin to chest. Lift up through the low belly. Press into the feet as you inhale. Always keep lifting up through the low belly, whether you're inhaling or exhaling. Tailbone moves back, pubis chases the tailbone. Lift and spread that chest. Keep lifting up through the back of the skull so you don't lose any space in the neck. And exhale, really observing the completion of the exhale. Lift that low belly up, chin to chest, but keep the shoulders, so my shoulders are trying to get tense and move up. Try to keep them down, but not forward. So down and back if possible. And then inhale and come to a completely neutral place between both that inhale and that exhale. Where is that in-between place? That's where you want to be in this moment. And let's work with those shoulders. So inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. Really connect with your shoulder blades as well here. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down and back, or back and down. One more time like that, circling with the inhale up, exhale down, and now inhale back and up, and exhale forward and down. So now we are letting the shoulders have their full range of motion. Inhaling, open, exhale, pull it down, forward and down. So actually letting the shoulders come forward. And then let's bring the arms into it. So inhale, circle out and up. Really try to keep the arms long and straight here. And then exhale whenever the palms can meet to the chest. And then inhale from that heart space back up to the sky. When you need to let the arms leave one another, that's fine. You want to get those arms as long and straight as possible. And we're exhaling back down. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, in and down. Inhale, up and exhale out. Keep going. Inhale. Reach the arms into the space behind you if you can. Exhale, pull it down. Have a little gentle pressure between the palms here, but the shoulders and elbows completely relaxed. Inhale, reach it up. Arms can start to come apart. And exhale down. One more like that. Inhale, like I said, reach into the space behind you. And then overhead, when the palms can meet, they meet. And exhale into the heart space. Inhale up from the heart space. And exhale out. And we'll change it up a little bit. Inhale out and up. Exhale down and in. And this time, just release the arms. We'll just keep going like that. Inhaling in a big circle. Exhaling, pulling it all the way down and through. Keep that connection with the legs. Sit bones deep into the chair. Feet deep into the earth. Inhaling and exhaling through the center. Inhaling out. Exhaling through the center. And then we'll stop there. And then turn in your chair. It may be that your left side, I turn to the right, and that's what I would love for you to do. Try to realign knees over ankles, feet parallel. Left sit bone might just barely be on the chair. That's okay. And then turn to the back of the chair. Take the corners of the chair with your hands. With the right hand, press into the chair to pull the right ribs around. With the left hand, pull those left ribs around. Keep lifting up through the low belly. Keep moving the low back into the space behind you, not to round the back, but to bring the navel home. And then take the upper back into the chest. Lift and spread the chest. Press into the feet. Drop into your sit bones and lift up through that armpit chest area. Make sure that that is not getting closed off, and lift up through the low belly yet again. And on an exhale, release, and then walk your way. Maybe it's a few steps, baby steps. Maybe it's a couple of big giant steps. You can play Mother May I with yourself as to how many steps and what kind of steps. Now that sit bone is just barely on the chair, but I've realigned the legs, the knees, the ankles, the feet, turning to the back of the chair, right hand on the right side, left hand on the left side. And now I'm going to pull with the right side to pull those right ribs around and press with the left hand, pull with the right hand, I meant to say, to pull the right ribs around. And then press with the left hand to take the left ribs back. And again, the low back moves just lightly into the space behind me, while the upper back moves into the chest. And again, find that armpit chest area and lift it up and spin it around. Keep dropping the feet into the earth and the sit bones into the chair, and lift up through the low belly. And I'll just spin the chair around so you can see what that looks like when I'm facing you. Maybe next time I'll just start that way. But now you know. Okay, so we've done some back bending, a little bit of forward folding, core work. Twisting is always core work. And what's really hard sometimes with chair yoga is to get some action happening in the legs. We did the arms, we did the shoulders. So let's work with the legs. So take that right leg out to the right. And if you're able to, scooch up to the edge of the chair, and if you're able to stretch the leg out, stretch it out. If you're able to stretch the other leg out, stretch that out as well. And now you should feel a lot of core engagement here, and just enjoy that for a moment. You could also take a little back bend here. I'm really using my arms and my hands to help lift and spread that chest. And then exhale, bring that left foot back under that left knee and turn towards that right leg and lean out over that right leg, any amount that's available. Make sure you're not rounding through the spine here. Keep that chest lifted. Keep the armpit chest area spacious. Keep pulling that upper back in towards the chest, but keep moving the low back a little bit away from you. Getting that navel to come home. You should feel a lot in the left leg here, maybe even more than in the right. Although if you do come forward over the right leg, you might feel more. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring that right foot back. And again, Mother May I, it's up to you in terms of how many steps, whether they're big steps or baby steps, but somehow you get over to the other side. Make sure always that the knees are staying over the ankles. The toes are pointing straight ahead, whatever direction you're going in. Low belly lifting up, back, lower back moving back, upper back moving forward. And then stretch that left leg out. You may have to scooch and wiggle a little bit, but make sure both sit bones stay on the chair. And I'm really gripping onto the chair with my hands, especially if you do decide to stretch that right leg out as well. And then take that back bend, press into the heels, let the sit bones drop, lift through the heart, lift the gaze, but keep that back of the head lifting as well so you don't lose any space in the neck. And then bring that right foot back under the right ankle, take a little twist to the left. And again, I'm going to hold on to the chair and move out over that left leg any amount. And again, you might feel more of an opening here than in the back, in the inner right thigh than in the back of the left hamstring. Just stay securely fastened to the chair. Left ribs back, right ribs towards that left thigh. Inhale to come up and out. Exhale, bring that foot back. And again, finding your way back to the center of the chair. And here we'll come into a little forward fold with wide legs. If you have the ability to really hang on the edge of the chair and also hold on to the back of the chair, press into the heels, toes to the sky, and bring that heart forward. Be safe. Be really careful if you're doing that. I feel this is a little more safer. Feet on the ground. And I know a lot of you really need to be here anyway. So think about how can you stay lifted through the front body and come forward any amount. And that may be all the way to the floor, or if you have blocks, or maybe you have another chair. Whatever you can do here, it's totally up to you. But keep the shoulders wide and out of the ears. Press into the big toe mounds. Make sure that your feet aren't like this or you'll lose stability. Make sure the knee is stacking right over the ankle. The knees are angling right over the toes. Everything's going in the same direction there. Keep that alignment. Sit bones into the chair and pull that chest forward. And breathe here. And you may find as you're in the posture that you can go deeper and deeper. Make sure you're not dumping into the supports under your hands. Lift up out of those supports, but let the back of the heart move in toward the front of the heart. Lift the low belly towards the low back. Press into those big toe mounds. So getting a lot of both opening and strengthening here through the legs. as well as opening the back body. And beautiful. Inhale to come up and out. And exhale. That's it for today. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope this helped you. May you be free from suffering and live with ease. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.